Alright guys, today I wanted to make a video about who do I think is going to be the better signing out of Gabriel Jesus and Richarlison. Now, I'm going to go straight in and say I personally think Gabriel Jesus is the smarter signing. And there's a few reasons for that. One, he's slightly cheaper. Now, I feel as though Spurs have overpaid a little bit to get Richarlison, which I mean isn't a massive problem. You have to do that sometimes. Whereas I think Arsenal have paid sort of the correct fee. I think they're two players who should be valued roughly the same. And another reason I think Jesus will probably be the best signing is I I just think he's a more suited player to a top club. So he's shown his like versatility at Man City and also consistency. I think in every season he played at Man City, where he was there beginning to end, he scored at least double figures, despite not being a regular, well, a guaranteed starter. Which is like a really good record. But to be fair to Richarlison, he's done the same at Everton. He scored double figures every season. However, he was one of the first names on the team sheet in admittedly a poorer side, but still a good return. I also feel as though Richarlison has shown that he can be just very hot-headed and just do some stupid things sometimes. Like he's definitely no stranger to a red card, and also like Richarlison's missing, I think, the first game of the season because he threw a flare into the crowd. Now that wasn't very smart, was it? Let's be honest. I I just think he needs to sort of mature a little bit if he is going to be a good signing for Spurs. And also Jesus, I just feels fits into Arsenal's team better as well. The fact that he can, play down the middle, can be cover for Bukayo Saka or Martinelli on the left. So that just gives him a lot more options on where he can play. Whereas Richarlison, yeah, he can play in a few positions. He could probably he's probably been. Let's be honest. I don't think Richarlison's going to be a starting player for Tottenham when everyone's fit. They've already got Kulusevski, Kane, and Son. But what I feel Richarlison can do is he can provide backup to Richarlison, and he can provide backup to Son and Kane. Maybe not Kulusevski because I've never actually seen him play on the right, but they've got Lucas Moura for that, haven't they? But I feel as though there's a big drop off because Tottenham are a lot more reliant on their best players, Son and Kane, than Arsenal are on any player. To be honest, I feel as though Arsenal, or at the least it was that way last season. Obviously, Tottenham have made a few signings since then with Perisic and Bissouma as well. So that could change this season. But I felt as though last season, if you took Arsenal's best two players, like let's for instance say, I don't know, Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard out, I still feel as though they have something to offer. Whereas if you take Kane and Son out of Tottenham, they really are struggling. So that is a lot of pressure on Richarlison straight away to fill that gap. Whereas it's not the same pressure on Jesus. I personally don't think. In my prediction on how many goals will each player score, because I mean, let's face it, they're both put forward players, so that is going to play a part in determining whether they were good signings or not. Jesus, I would expect about 15 goals a season. Richarlison, maybe 10, because he's playing for a better club, which in theory should help him. As more chances should come his way. It may take time to adjust to playing in a very ball dominant side. I don't know really. I just have a feeling that Jesus, like I just think Jesus is an ideal fit for Man City, for Man City and Arsenal, the way those two teams play. Whereas Richarlison, I'm really unsure about because Everton did sort of play to his strengths, and when the only other time that I've seen him play in the Prem was for Watford, and obviously that wasn't a great Watford team in 2017-18. It wasn't a bad team. I think they finished like mid-table or just slightly below mid-table. But his goal return really wasn't great that season. He only scored about 5, I think, which begs the question: how on earth did Everton come to the conclusion to spend almost 50 million on him? But I mean, to be fair, that they've got 10 million profit on him, and a fair few goals as well. I think he's scored about 50-ish goals for Everton, which is quite good going. But yeah, from this video, you can basically say that, well, I can basically say that I think Jesus is going to be the better signing. I don't think Richarlison will be a bad signing. I just think Jesus is the perfect fit for Arsenal. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.